Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. On behalf of the Global Action Club, I'd like to welcome you to this concert to benefit the people of Ukraine. Since Ukraine was unjustly invaded in late February, more than 3.7 million refugees have left Ukraine, and an estimated 6.5 million people have been displaced within the country. To give you some perspective, there's 1.3 million people living in Maine. The concert today is to help demonstrate our solidarity with the Ukrainian people and to raise funds to send desperately needed medical supplies to Ukrainian refugees. First, we're going to FaceTime with Ludmila Bulak, who is a lawyer who lived and worked in the town of Ukrainka in eastern Ukraine. 34 days ago, at the outbreak of the war, Ludmila was forced to walk across Ukraine to be with her parents, as they are elderly and needed her support. As she fled the battlefield, Ludmila was helped many times by strangers. As we speak with Ludmila today, she is with her parents in the city of Krepinsk. She works as a volunteer at the local Red Cross. Periodically, where she lives is bombed by Russian troops, and all the inhabitants must take refuge in bomb shelters. She's living in the horror of this war every day. Here she is.
I'll translate what Ludmila just said. She said, hello everyone, I'm Ludmila. I live in the center of Ukraine. Right now I just went to church and we'll be going home to rest a little bit. А что она сказала по поводу Red Cross? And she also said that she's working at the Red Cross. And that through the city where she lives, a lot of refugees who are going to Europe, going through her hometown. So I live in Kiev, which is the capital of Ukraine. I came to the center of the city where my parents live, and I was very lucky that they were able to host me in that place. I'm so happy that I could join Red Cross. Right now I'm helping to find clothes for people, toys for the kids, and food. Oh, 1 second. When I was young, I went to a school in this city, and I was full of hope growing up. But right before the invasion happened, I got a new job. I was very happy. I bought this warm sweater, which is I'm wearing right now, and unfortunately the invasion happened, and thing went not the way, basically wrong way. And right now, I sleep in this sweater, and at night we hear the siren because of the bombs.
Что она первая сказала, я пропустил?
The town I'm in right now, it's the safest town in Ukraine right now. I'm lucky to be here, and I want to thank you all for gathering and praying for us and helping us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Людмила. Спасибо. Just one more thing. I want to thank you again, and if you get a moment, please pray for our kids and for us. We will really appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, big thank you to Ludmila for logging on with us, and obviously we're all wishing her the best. And now we're pleased to welcome a renowned opera singer and activist, Pavel Sulyandziga Jr. But before we start, it's important to know our guest's connection to Yarmouth. And you all might be surprised to learn that our guest today has 5 brothers and sisters currently attending Yarmouth schools. He's the son of Pavel Sulyandziga Sr., who is a well-known Russian indigenous activist who was forced to flee Russia to seek asylum in the U.S. and who now lives in Yarmouth. I would now like to introduce Anya Sulyandziga, who will be reading a short poem written by her father. Thank you, Anya.
I hope that by talking to Ludmila, you have understood how lucky we are to be in a country that is currently not undergoing very serious war. And this poem is about stolen homeland, and I hope you enjoy. The Udege people have 2 powers in life that help them live. The first is their beloved motherland. The second is family, generations woven together. Together, they form the wings of a proud bird soaring high in the sky. They lift the sky to the heavens and see the beauty of the land. They help when the bad weather suddenly wanders through my soul. They are indeed the Udege happiness. Although the Udeges aren't birds, they are Mafa Kuti. Here in a foreign land, everything seems closer. All seem pleasing to the eye, at home with the families. The children are happy, everything is fine with them. But I can't find a place for myself. The Vandals took my homeland away from me, the infidels who don't remember kinship. Like a bird, I fly into the distance without one of my wings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anya, for that poem. Pavel Sulyandziga Jr. is an acclaimed opera singer who grew up in Russia and attended school in both Moscow and New York City. Mr. Sulyandziga Jr. is the first indigenous person to sing on the stage of the Metropolitan Opera. So, with no further ado, please join me in offering a warm welcome to Pavel Sulyandziga Jr.
Thank you so much. Morning, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. Me and my pianist, Vladimir Rumyantsev, right there, arrived a couple of hours ago from New York. We came to Maine to raise money for people and kids of Ukraine who had to leave their country after Russia has invaded Ukraine. As you heard, almost 4 million people had to leave their homes and country. Today, me and Vladimir will be performing at church at 6:30 p.m. and we would love to see you there if you any of you could come. In the 21st century, we should be concentrating on things like fighting hunger, providing education, saving the environment, but not starting wars and spreading hatred. As an artist, I believe that art can help us during these difficult times. As Lev Tolstoy said, all art has this characteristic: it unites people. So me and Vladimir prepared for you songs in Ukrainian, Russian, and Italian language. We decided to start our concert with Baba Janyan's Nocturne. So Baba Janyan is an Armenian composer who had a friend who was a famous Azerbaijan baritone, Muslim Magamayev. About 100 years ago, Armenia and Azerbaijan had a familiar conflict like Russia and Ukraine has right now, which is still echoing nowadays for new generations of those two nations. So Magamayev and Baba Janyan, these two artists, were one of the first ones who tried to unite people through music. I'm afraid that because of Russian invasion of Ukraine, the next couple of generations will have the same echo. Couple of generations of Russians and Ukraine will have the same echo as people of Azerbaijan and Armenia. Thank you so much again for coming. I hope you'll enjoy these songs. Thank you.
Между мною и тобою гул небытия, звездные моря, тайные моря. Как тебе сейчас живется, вешняя моя, нежная моя, странная моя? Приду на помощь, только позови, просто позови, тихо позови. Пусть с тобой все время будет свет моей любви. Счастливо живи всегда, а между мною и тобой века, мгновения и года, сны и облака. Я им к тебе сейчас лететь велю, ведь я тебя еще сильнее люблю. Как тебе сейчас живется, вешняя моя, нежная моя, странная моя, я тебе желаю счастья, добрая моя, долгая любовь моя. Я к тебе приду на помощь, просто позови, просто позови, тихо позови. Пусть с тобой все время будет свет моей любви, зов моей любви, боль моей любви. Только ты останься прежней, трепетно живи, солнечно живи, радостно живи. Что бы ни случилось, ты, пожалуйста, живи, счастливо живи всегда. А между мною и тобой века, мгновенья и года, сны и облака. Я им к тебе сейчас лететь велю, ведь я тебя еще сильней люблю. А между мною и тобой века, мгновенья и года, сны и облака. Я им тебя сейчас лететь велю, ведь я тебя еще сильней люблю. Пусть с тобой все время будет свет моей любви, зов моей любви, боль моей любви. Что бы ни случилось, ты, пожалуйста, живи, счастливо живи всегда. Счастливо живи всегда. Счастливо живи
So the next song it is a Ukrainian song. Thank you.
Ніч, яка місячна, зоряна ясная, видно, хоч голки збирай. Вийди, коханая, працею зморена, хоч на хвилиночку в гай. Сядімо в купочці тут під калиною, і над панами я пан. Глянь, моя рибонько, з рибною хвилею стелиться в полі туман. Ти не лякайся, що босі ноженьки вмочиш холодну росу. Я пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар. Ти не лякайся, що змерзнеш, лебіденько, тихо ні вітру, ні хмар. Я пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар. Я пригорну тебе до свого серденька, а воно палке, як жар.
Just one more. How much time do we have? One more. One. Yeah, a beautiful Italian song, Mamma.
Mamma, son tanto felice perché ritorno da te. La mia canzone ti dice che è il più bel giorno per me. Mamma, son tanto felice viver lontano perché. Mamma, solo per te la mia canzone vola. Mamma, sarai con me, tu non sarai più sola. Quanto ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospira il mio cuore, forse non s'usano più. Ma la canzone mia più bella sei tu. Sei tu la vita, e per la vita non ti lascio mai più. Sento la mano tua stanca, cerca i miei riccioli d'or. Sento la voce ti manca, l'anima nanna dolor. Oggi la testa tua bianca io voglio stringere al cor. Mamma, solo per te la mia canzone vola. Mamma, sarai con me, tu non sarai più sola. Quanto ti voglio bene, queste parole d'amore che ti sospira il mio cuore, forse non s'usano più. Ma la canzone mia più bella sei tu. Sei tu la vita, e per la vita non ti lascio mai più. Mamma, mai più.
concert, I would like to remind everyone here at school or watching from the live stream that Pavel will be holding a second concert tonight at the First Parish Church from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. So tell your parents and anyone you know who would want to see him perform again. Everyone from the community is welcome. Also, I would like to remind you that Global Action Club is holding a fundraiser this week through selling paper sunflowers and pins. The sunflower is the national flower of Ukraine, and all the proceeds will go to Partners for World Health Ukraine Fund. Partners for World Health is a charity that our club members volunteer at throughout the year, and it's currently working hard to meet the medical needs of Ukrainian refugees, and these funds will immediately be used to ship medical supplies to people who are suffering. In addition to buying a paper sunflower petal, students who are interested in volunteering at Partners for World Health in the future should join our club. We're always open to new members, and the Partners for World Health organization could use all of the volunteer help that they can get. Thank you, everyone, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Students should now